So, Raw was up against the NBA Finals this week, but why would anybody want to watch basketball over Raw?
Basketballs don't hold grudges.
Oh, right.
In your eye!
What's up, guys? It's me, it's that ERIC. I am the People's co-host, Eric Barnes. This is Raw's EBar, so let's get to it. Alright, so I will say that I like the fact that they've been consistently switching up the way that the shows kick off lately. I can't say that I was a big fan of this opening segment. First off, you had the New Day come out, and it's no secret that I'm a fan of the New Day. I always enjoy their segments. It was, typical New Day stuff with them busting on Kofi's shoes. It was a pretty funny promo, pretty entertaining. So then Enzo and Cass come out, and, they get in their spiel, and then get into a way too long conversation about blowing Francesca too. It was funny, but I don't know. It just, what was the whole? There really wasn't any point of that. They weren't, Xavier wasn't actually angry. It was just, like friends messing with each other, basically. And for these to be two teams that are going to be putting the titles on the line along with two others, you'd think they'd be a little bit more serious if they take the tag team championship seriously. So, I don't know. It just started to get a little bit too ridiculous. And then we were greeted by the vaudevillains who come out and immediately start singing. What was happening? I don't know. Then finally the club come out. They talk a little bit of trash before we get into an 8-man tag featuring both of these teams. Now, like I said, I thought that the opening segment was over the top, but I really did enjoy the 8-man tag match. I thought it was solid. I thought that everybody looked good, and Kofi especially was on fire during this match. Going over the turnbuckle. I don't know. He had some pretty cool stuff going on to this match. And I also thought that having the club win and look dominant at the end was important. I thought that was a great decision. The club needs that. I'm really not sure about this Fatal 4-Way match. Anyone could win, I suppose, but my prediction, just of pure speculation of what's in my head, I would say that the New Day will probably come out on top and then start an actual serious feud between themselves and the club. That's what I would look forward to the most. Will it happen? Who knows? I guess we'll see. Alright, so last week we had Teddy Long running around Raw, campaigning to become in charge of SmackDown. So this week the applicant was our good old pal Kane. I thought it was cool to see Kane back. I've been a fan since the Attitude Era. I can see where people are kind of sick of Kane maybe, but I think it's cool always to see him. But I would definitely rather see him destroying people. Some of the backstage segments were pretty funny, especially Kane referencing, whenever he hooked Shane's nuts up to a car battery. Good times. It was a few good segments. I'm guessing next week will probably be Vicky Guerrero or maybe Paul Heyman? All right, and Rusev absolutely destroyed Titus O'Neil Monday night on Raw completely. For the first bit of the fight, like right after Rusev had attacked, I thought that Titus might make a comeback, but that was just not to be. Not even close. Rusev attacked and kept attacking, even whenever you thought he was done, more attacking. I really did enjoy this. I like seeing the aggression out of Rusev, and it made it actually seem like the U.S. title was something that was worth fighting for, worth going to these extremes to retain. So with The Miz taking time off to film The Marine 5...
I came to play. There's a price to pay. Time for you to get down on your knees.
So with Miz gone doing the Marine 5, the U.S. title has become the number 2 belt in the company. As strange as that sounds. So Titus is definitely going to want payback for what happened, and I am actually pretty excited for the United States title match at Money in the Bank. Alright, so the Ambrose Asylum returned from cancellation with arguably its biggest episode yet. We had all three former SHIELD members in the ring at the same time for the first time this year. I really enjoyed this entire segment. I thought it was just terrific how Seth was bringing up all these awesome SHIELD moments. He was starting to win over the crowd, and he was even winning over Roman for a minute. Only to go right back to being an asshole. So that was awesome. Great heel move by Seth Rollins there. For me, this segment worked on multiple levels because not only is Seth coming for the title that he never lost, but Roman actually showed emotion a little bit in this promo, which is shocking. Seemed like he was clearly hurt whenever he was betrayed by Seth a couple years back. Obviously, Roman still holds a special place for his SHIELD days. I mean, that's obvious in the fact that he still got the SHIELD music and still wears the same attire, but, you know, whatever. I don't know. Seth, obviously, he owned Roman on the mic, but like Roman's past work, the most entertaining Roman comes when he's working with the SHIELD. And of course, Dean mentioning the possibility of him winning Money in the Bank and cashing in on Sunday, that added a whole other level of intrigue to this entire segment, to the entire situation. So I really like that. So the segment ended with Seth pretending to leave, but then he comes back, pushes Ambrose into Reigns. Reigns jumps back in the ring, hits Superman punch on Rollins, but that leaves him open for the dirty deeds from Ambrose onto Reigns, which was awesome. This was a really entertaining segment, and I believe this is giving us just a little glimpse of some things that are to come in the future. Okay, so for the second time in the past couple months, past few weeks, several weeks maybe, Paige ended up getting a clean win over the WWE Women's Champion, Charlotte. Still no mention of Paige getting anything out of this. Seems like she's almost more of an afterthought to the feud between Charlotte and Dana Brooke and Becky Lynch and Natalya. I don't know. The booking of the women has not made much sense to me over the past month or so, at least. And it's not exactly showing any signs of getting better. Also, where the hell is Sasha Banks? We also had Sheamus defeating Zack Ryder on Sheamus's way to Money in the Bank with his match with Apollo Crews on the pre-show. Definitely no big surprise that Zack Ryder got beat yet again. It's what he does. I'm surprised that he recently got a new t-shirt because why? You know what I mean? What's even the point when you're just driving his career into the ground over and over and over? I'm wondering if maybe they're hoping that Zack Ryder will just get fed up and leave on his own so they don't look like bad guys by firing him. I don't know. But anyway, no big surprise Zack Ryder got beat. But what's a bit surprising to me is that Sheamus, who is one of the stars of this new Ninja Turtles movie that just came out, a WWE star in a legitimate big budget film, and the best that he ends up with is a pre-show match with a so far uncharismatic Apollo Crews at Money in the Bank. I don't know. I just hate to see where Sheamus would be without the movie. Alright, so Sami Zayn took on Cesaro on Raw and had what was, in my opinion, the match of the night. Before the match, Cesaro told Sami that being on the main roster was different than the things that they had done together before, and that Zayn still had a lot to prove, which, in my opinion, is true. Zayn hasn't had a whole lot of wins since his call-up. Here and there, obviously, yes, but it was good to see him get the win here with an awesome Canadian Destroyer, terrific match. But as per usual, I certainly don't expect to see Zayn winning at Money in the Bank because, like I was saying, the past has proven that he can't win the matches that actually matter. He can't win the big matches that actually count for something. But still, it was a terrific match with two of the most talented superstars on the roster. So, John Cena and AJ Styles had a contract signing for their big match on Sunday at Money in the Bank. I thought that there was some great mic work from both of these guys during this segment. I'd probably say that Cena's better on the mic overall, but the things that AJ was saying seem to stem from real, actual, genuine emotion, and that's really sorely lacking in a lot of the promos we hear nowadays, which just sound like people trying to remember scripted lines. There's not always emotion behind it, but with AJ last night, there definitely was. So Cena was giving AJ a choice. He could have it be one-on-one, Cena versus Styles, or he could have it be Cena versus Styles with the club. My question here is that if you're John Cena, if you're the face that runs the place, you could have any match you want with any type of stipulation, so why even give Styles a choice? They would have banned the club from ringside if you wanted it, John. Let's just put it that way. And I get it. I mean, it goes a long way to prove what kind of man AJ Styles is, what kind of competitor he is. But it didn't seem 100% logical to me. And also, Cena was insinuating that it was Shane McMahon's new era that brought AJ Styles in, and that's not true from a storyline standpoint, because AJ showed up at the Rumble, which was well before Shane returned at all, let alone when Shane actually had any power to hire new talent or any of that. So that also didn't make sense to me, but still, overall, I thought that this was a terrific segment, and it was the perfect thing to lead up to their match this Sunday, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. And in the main event, it was Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho, with Dean Ambrose pulling out the win. I always like watching these two go at it. Entertaining match, but it was very easy to get distracted considering that both Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were on commentary, and not to mention the fact that Cesaro is the guest ring announcer and Del Rio's the guest timekeeper. So a lot going on. After the match, it devolved into a brawl, which was obvious that it was going to. And surprisingly to me, at the end of the night, Chris Jericho was sitting on top of the ladder holding the briefcase. Gotta say, I'm 99% sure that won't be the ending on Sunday, but it was still cool to see Jericho up there sitting and holding his creation in his hands. Alright guys, that's all I've got for you this week. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you liked the video at all. Let me know in the comments what you thought of Raw. What are your predictions for Money in the Bank? I definitely want to hear from you guys, so let me know. Besides that, as always, I'll see you guys next week.
Power.